Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Shay in LA. Today we are doing reviews, honey. Yes, reactions, reviews. Let me just remind you, if you've never been here before, this channel is a mishmash of different things. I'm still trying to figure it out, okay? Until I do, thank you for being here, okay? I appreciate you. Subscribe, like, share, all of that if you care. I hope you do, because I do, okay? Because if you're going to do it, then you're going to do it, all right? With that being said, today is going to be a reaction review, summary, conclusion, whatever you want to call it, okay, of the Bad Boys Club LA, ZUES Network, okay? This is episode 2. It comes on every Sunday. I'm not really sure of the time. So this is for the people who said, you know what? I am not going to be subscribing to ZUES. I'm just going to hear it from somebody else or go to somebody's house when it's on or whatever the case is. But if you don't feel like you want to subscribe, that $5.99, I'm gonna give you the information because it's only right that you know, honey. I'm all for messy TV, honey. I love it. Sometimes though, however, it can get out of hand. What am I drinking? It is not water. It is Casadores Reposado Delicioso. I am drinking it with a splash of lime, okay? Alright, so in case you didn't know, ZUES Network has a new show. It's called the Bad Boys Club of LA. It's a house full of about maybe 6 to 9 men slash boys slash juveniles, if you want to call it, for lack of a better word. Most of them are gay. I think maybe 2 or 3 of them are straight, or maybe 1 is bi. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, Shay, why does that even matter? Well, my point exactly. This episode really honed in and focused on that. As soon as the Bad Boys Club of LA episode 2, as soon as it came on, it was immediate fighting. Also, let me go back to the dynamics of the house, and I'll put a cast picture up. Some of these people I've never heard of before, but they're influencers. They're known influencers. Yeah, I'm not sure who. They're not part of my generation. The ages seem to be maybe 18, maybe 21 to maybe 40-ish. I don't know. They have Milan on there. I'm sure you guys know who that is. He was from Love and Hip Hop. He was one, I think, the first openly gay guys to be, or to come out of the closet on Love and Hip Hop. You have Where the Money Resides. I think his name is Darrell. He's on there. Andrew, Mr. Delivered. He was on there, first episode only. Again, I did not do a review recap on the first episode, but I will. I just want to get this out of the way because, honey, you guys need to know what's going on. And then I'll name some more people. Again, I'm not familiar with all of the names, but I do have the names. I did take some notes. I do have the names. And again, I'm going to put a cast photo up. And I will, you know, have the names up. I'll try, okay? I'm going to try for you. Even though, let me just say something. Okay, I enjoy being on camera because I just feel like I'm that girl, okay? But at the end of the day, you know, please comment, say something. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I don't like that feeling, even though I don't have mine, you know? But anyway, here we go. So it's like 9 men, mostly gay. 2 of them are white. Kirk Franklin's son is on there. I think his name is Carry On. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so as soon as the scene comes on, it's immediate fighting. It was Milan beating up Darrell, Mr. Money Resides. He threw a drink on him. This was kind of a continuation from the first episode where Darrell was egging people on, saying if you don't hit him, then I'm going to hit you, which Darrell ended up hitting that person that didn't hit who he wanted him to hit. Milan thought that was a sucker move. So in the second episode, you see Milan telling Darrell he thought that was a sucker move and threw a drink on him. Immediately a fight erupts, and Milan and Darrell start fighting. So actually Milan sneak hit him. So security broke it up, and Kirk Franklin's son was standing next to Darrell when Milan threw the drink. So he immediately was upset because his shoes, okay? I got shoes, you got shoes, all I got is children got shoes. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna put on my shoes, go walk all over, got heaven, everybody. Darrell's shoes was affected, or his outfit. He was clean, and they affected his outfit, okay? So he immediately was upset. They got Moscato, okay, on his outfit, and he had a problem with that. Okay, then you see Gutter K, okay, I think it's Gutter Bitch, okay. You see him immediately going off. I mean, he's the most feminine in the house. He goes back and forth. You might see him with, you know, a lace front and some lashes, or you might see him with some braids, or you might see him, you know, with a bold, you know, fade. You never know. He does his thing, and he lets you know he does what he wants. His tagline is da 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 da, like, oh my gosh, I'll beat your ass, da 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 da, like, that's his thing, okay? Very catchy. I have to admit, it's catchy. Da 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 da. But after a while, it gets on your nerves. Anyway, he just started talking trash out of nowhere. So basically, he's just saying people keep sneak dissing, you know, and y'all can't fight. And so he just goes and sits somewhere else. So there's a character on here named Milan Mo. Again, never heard of him again. I'm gonna look these people up because I want to understand who they are and why they're bad boys, right? So Milan Mo, he's straight. They're all kind of congregating. Natalie's in the house. She's talking about, you know, people need to calm down, you know, just kind of get adjusted, understand the house. Milan was basically, because he fought Darrell, because again, I told you all that Darrell was saying to the white boy, if you don't hit so-and-so, I'm going to hit you. So Milan was being praised for having one of the white boys' backs. And everybody was saying, you know, no, that's not necessarily having his back. So there was a little bit of back and forth between, did Milan really have his back, or was he just trying to get extra camera time? I don't know. What do you guys think? Milan is very vocal. I like Milan. He's very much eye candy. Very much, he's bold. He's aggressive. He has funny snapbacks, but I think that he's trying to monopolize the camera. I feel like he's doing a little bit too much. I think there's some other people who we don't really know that maybe we need to get to know. But again, maybe they're not as animated as Milan, okay? But Milan is definitely, you know, he's there. You know, he's a main character. He's definitely not a background player. Gutta and Milan kind of have some dialogue where Milan is just saying like, yeah, I had white boys back, I beat Darrell ass, and Gutta's like kind of egging him on, but in a sarcastic way. But then when he goes into the conversation chamber or the confessional, he's like, oh, Milan is old. He's a 40-year-old. He's part of the Golden Girls. Okay, Gutta, is it? Bitch, 40 is not old, okay? 40 is very much the new that. Whatever that is that's in now, 40 is that. kill it with the 40 is old. Is that all you got on Milan? Because if you can just throw age, honey, then that your roast game is weak. Okay, 40 is nothing, and you look like you got a little roast in you. Stop with the age, honey. 40's not it. Stop with the age, okay? Go on to something else. I'm sure you can roast on something else, because you look like you got roast in you. All right. Let's go back to that. All right. So he just talks a little shit. Natalie comes back on the stage in the middle. She's just telling again, everybody calm down. You know, everybody just kind of do their thing. William Badass. He's a white boy. Never heard of him. He has a big ass booty, like huge booty. Bright red hair. He was one of the two white boys that were fighting each other. And the only two white boys in the house. Again, not really sure. Again, so I don't really know who this guy is. If you know who he is, put it down in the comments. Again, I'm going to look him up. But I've never heard of him before today. So they were kind of sitting congregating. They were talking about Andrew. Because again, remember, Andrew Caldwell was in the first episode. Okay, so damn it. This is the last time I'm doing this, because this is not the third time I done did this. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. Maybe I was talking shit about it and I hurt his feelings. I don't know. But anyway, they were talking about Andrew. He ended up leaving. They were watching some kind of video, just, you know, showing him leave the premises. They were talking about how much a punk he was and he was a coward. They end up showing what the fans wanted to see. They wanted to see, you know, bosses. They want to see risky behavior, unapologetic behavior. They do not want them to mimic the bad girls. They said they want them to turn up, know when to beat a bad bitch's ass. They want them to stay 10 toes down, and the bad boys really didn't care once they saw the footage. Anyway, Milan, in the midst of all that, after the video footage of the fans, he's like, okay, well, who's team straight, who's team gay? Because if you straight, you can only hang with me. That kind of sent the wrong message. It really sent a homophobic message. I'm not feeling your message. I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. You're an influencer. You need to think about the things that you're saying. That's why you see in the footage that people are kind of gathering around him, security, and then you see the other guys kind of not feeling him. He says the way that you feel is very homophobic. It shouldn't matter what people's sexual preference is. If you have a common goal, a common interest, conversation that leads to you two engaging in something that's great, awesome, you two can be friends. What the hell does it have to do with somebody's sexuality? Listen, I can talk about this. I was with a woman for 7+ years, multiple relationships. It doesn't matter who I sleep with. So now that you know that, does that affect you watching me? It shouldn't, right? So why does it matter in this case? I'm just trying to figure out what the goal of this show is, because ultimately, if it's a club, what is the club doing? Girl Scouts, they do community service. Motorcycle clubs, they have a common interest in riding motorcycles. Cigar clubs, shout out to my best friend Joy, they enjoy smoking cigars. What does this club do? What are you showing this? What is the ultimate goal of this? Because all I've seen, day one is fighting. Y'all haven't even chilled out. Y'all haven't even washed your goddamn faces and your balls. Y'all haven't even unpacked. Anyway, so ultimately, it ends with kind of the house kind of being a little divided. Milan Mo, you're very much, you're uneducated. You need to figure out, understand today's climate. Think about the things that come out of your mouth. Granted, yes, today's society, certain things, people are very sensitive. You know, things that you used to be able to say back in the day, you can't really say anymore. People don't take those things the same way. You know, comedians, they get the worst end of the stick. But ultimately, you have to be mindful of what you say. So in this case, you were wrong. And the ZUES owner came on and basically wanted to reiterate that it's not a gay versus straight situation. It shouldn't matter sexuality. You're in a house, find somebody that you have a commonality with and figure it out. So ultimately, you're going to see there's two gays there's two gays. There's two straight guys against a house full of gay guys, and then Kirk Franklin's son is in the middle. Again, your common denominators that are gonna make the show are gonna be Gutta, Darrell, and Milan. They're a lot. Mula's gonna make the show because of his ways of trying to make you guys know that he's straight and he's not with the gayness. Ultimately, Kirk Franklin is going to make the show too, his son, because he's kind of in between. He also let Mulan Mo know it's smoke going forward. So you're probably going to see another situation where they have some beef. Ultimately, yeah, that's it. It's the house divided right now. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to show you a little bit. I'm going to show you some slow motion situations so you can kind of see what's going on. Ultimately, do I condone violence? No. Ultimately, though, if you are protecting yourself, if somebody keeps, you have to stand your ground. Some of this is not standing your ground. Some of this is straight and on edge bullying and fighting for no reason. But again, what's the goal of this? What were you guys told when you came in the house? Is it just a fight every day? Survival of the fittest? What is the goal of this? What are you guys doing? Are you guys going to build a house for HUD? Are you going to throw an event? Are you going to do anything other than fight? Because if that's the case, then the show has already begun. And now we know what to anticipate. But ultimately, if this is about men's empowerment and showing us, you know, what men and how you can contribute to, you know, the people who look up to you guys as influencers and people who we want to aspire to be like, what are we really looking forward to? So again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the footage and the information. I will be coming back with a review for episode 1 and then moving on to episode 3 and so on and so forth until we finish it up. Have a wonderful week, and until we meet again, my friends, peace. Bye.
You moving weird?
I'm trying to figure you out.
Dumb. Ain't nobody fucking with me, and that's just on my daddy's grave. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I done seen every hoe thumb, and ain't that hoe fucking with me.
The faggots that you keep calling us are the faggots that keep fighting for our life. We keep fighting for the shit that we stand for.
Team straight over here, homie.
You sure? Nah, we 100%.
That's
You
asked
asked
me
me
more
than once, so that's kind of weird, bro.
That ain't weird, homie. You moving weird, homie.
Can I ask you a question?
You moving weird?
I'm trying to figure you out. What you saying?
That's where I'm at. What you saying?
Wally, eat those!
Anthony, relax.
Or your team.